I was 71 years old when my grandson saved my life, not with strength, not with shouting, but with fear in his eyes. That night, I dropped my wife at the airport like I had done dozens of times before. Business trip, one suitcase, one quick kiss, routine, but as I turned the key in the ignition, my grandson leaned forward from the back seat and whispered words that still echo in my bones. "Grandpa, please don't take me home tonight." I laughed at first. Then I saw his hands shaking, and I made the only decision that kept us alive. Before I tell you what he knew, and why believing him changed everything, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and what time is it there right now? My name is Edward Hale. I've lived a long, quiet life, 40 years as a civil engineer, one marriage, one home. I believed in order, logic, and routine. That Thursday evening, rain streaked the windshield as I pulled into the airport drop-off lane. My wife, Marion, adjusted her coat and smiled the polite smile she'd perfected over the years. "Back Sunday," she said. "Don't forget to water the plants." She walked away without looking back. Behind me sat Noah, my 9-year-old grandson. A thoughtful boy, the kind who noticed details adults ignored. As we pulled away, he grabbed my sleeve, not playful, not dramatic. Terrified, "Grandpa, if we go home, something bad will happen." I almost dismissed it. Almost, but I'd made that mistake before. A strange van Noah mentioned earlier in the week, late-night phone calls he overheard, a locked room he wasn't allowed near. I had brushed them all aside. This time, I didn't. I turned off the road to our house. "We'll wait," I said. Noah exhaled like he'd been holding his breath for hours. We parked across the street, engine off, lights dark. Our house sat peacefully under the street lamp. Curtains drawn, porch light glowing. An hour passed, then another. Doubt crept in. I was about to start the engine when Noah whispered, "There." A vehicle rolled slowly down the street. No headlights. It stopped in front of our driveway. Two men stepped out, faces covered, movements confident. They didn't force the door, they unlocked it. My knees went weak. They had a key. Minutes later, the smell reached us. Sharp, chemical, then fire, not accidental, not sudden, deliberate. Flames bloomed from multiple windows at once. My house, our home, was burning like it had been prepared for it. Noah buried his face in my chest. "If we were inside," he whispered. I held him tighter than I ever had. "You saved us," I said, and I meant it. Fire trucks arrived, neighbors gathered, and then my wife. She appeared from nowhere, rushing toward the wreckage, crying loudly, collapsing into the arms of a firefighter. But I saw what others didn't. When they said no one was found inside, her face didn't show grief, it showed panic. I sent one text from my phone, "We're safe." She looked down and nearly fell. That night I didn't sleep. I searched and I found what she never thought I would. A second phone, messages, plans, money transfers, blueprints of my own home. Marked in red, she had studied my work, learned how to turn safety into a weapon. Insurance, a lover, a clean escape, and one line that broke me completely. "The boy is a problem, no loose ends." I met her in a public cafe 2 days later. She thought I was dead. When she saw me, her face drained of color. I didn't accuse, I asked questions, and people who think they've already won talk. She admitted everything, coldly, calmly, without remorse. When the officers stepped in, she didn't scream. She sighed. Like a woman finally done pretending. The trial was short, the sentence was long. Noah still checks locks before bed. I still wake up when I smell smoke that isn't there. But we're alive, and every morning I make him breakfast. I remember something important. Children know when something is wrong. Silence doesn't mean safety, and love should never feel conditional. If this life has taught me anything, it's this. Pay attention to the quiet warnings, listen to the smallest voice in the room, and never assume the people closest to you are incapable of harm. Because sometimes, the person who saves your life is the one you almost ignored. If this story moved you, leave a comment below and share where you're listening from. Subscribe to the Grand's Time Machine for more real life stories, quiet wisdom, and lessons learned the hard way. You never know who might need to hear this tonight.